Next here to Tallahassee now, and the Florida House abruptly wrapping up its investigation today of Hope Florida. It is the welfare assistance program that some lawmakers think played a role in what they call money laundering and wire fraud involving top officials in the governor's office. And tonight, our Forrest Saunders covers everything happening in the Capitol halls, and he's been following this story as it's unfolded, and tonight takes a look at what this could now all mean for the future of Hope Florida.
I believe our work on this topic in this capacity as a subcommittee will be concluded.
After 3 no-shows at Thursday's hearing, Chair Alex Andrade wrapped up his weeks-long investigation of Hope Florida. It's that welfare assistance program spearheaded by Florida's First Lady Casey DeSantis.
In the real world, right? If someone defrauded the state or a charity out of $10 million, they would go to prison. That occurred.
The committee's been looking at how $10 million from a $67 million state settlement with managed care provider Centene flowed from the company to the Hope Florida Foundation, then to 2 nonprofits via grants, which later gave millions to a political group chaired by Florida's Attorney General James Uthmire. He was serving as Governor Ron DeSantis' chief of staff at the time and fighting a recreational weed amendment on the November ballot. Andrade has text messages, budget documents, and testimony to support what he considers money laundering and wire fraud of Medicaid dollars by some of the state's highest officials, but says his looking into it is over.
I know enough to know that there was a culture of deception, incompetence, and a treatment of taxpayer funds as if it was their own kind of personal piggy bank. And that just guides our role and responsibility as legislators going forward. I'll leave the rest of the investigation up to the FBI and Department of Justice.
Outside of a bill next year to prevent this kind of money movement from happening again, it sounds like the Florida House has wrapped up. Florida's governor, however, far from finished.
Good morning.
Ron and Casey DeSantis in St. Augustine Thursday, touting Hope Florida as helping 30,000 reduce or eliminate state aid and potentially saving tens of millions in tax dollars.
No matter what, is written, don't ever let politics get in the way of purpose.
The first couple calling the investigation political, an effort to undercut a potential gubernatorial run for Casey. And as evidence that no tax dollars were misused, they cite Centene documents from 2023. It shows a proposed settlement with Florida for $56 million in Medicaid-related damages and another $10 for, quote, any other potentially alleged damages and to otherwise incent states to pursue settlement. DeSantis calls it a cherry on top, not state cash.
They're trying to smear this program. Some of them, some of these lefty journalists don't like it. They don't like you working with the faith-based community. Some of these people, view it as a way to attack the First Lady and all the great things she's done because they view her as a threat. So that's what's motivating this.
It's unclear what happens next, but with the House investigation done and no word on any criminal proceedings, the fight over Hope Florida finds itself in limbo for now.
In Tallahassee, Forrest Saunders, ABC Action News.